Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We're going into the last chapter of this month's event quest in January 2022. It has Toad as the boss. He has a bunch of nodes that can make him really deadly. So he's got stunning immunity. So if he is immune to some debuff, like a poison, he'll become stun immune. And he's got unhealthy interactions, which will give him a fury if you heal block him. Bob and weave. I don't know. I'm on the bob and weave lane in AQ. This is where basically you get a guaranteed critical hit unless you dex or intercept. That will disable that for a short time. And then aggression, cruelty. You don't hit him every 2 seconds or whatever. He's going to build up cruelty, and they're passive, so you can't get rid of those without doing hits. And then power through sickness, which if you do a debuff to him, he will gain a regeneration by percent, and it doesn't stack. So I'm going to go in first. You can see I'm going in with my rank 5 Nimrod. So he is an excellent counter to this fight in general, because one, when Nimrod is in his Blitz protocol, he can remove the prowess. And he can remove the regens when you put a debuff on him. Now you can see I wasn't ready for that special attack, and I got whacked and it just about killed me. But Nimrod is a tank. You'll see we will still be able to get this fight done. Now with the bob and weave node, you do need to make sure that you continually disable that, so that requires an intercept or a dex. But you can see I threw off another special too, and the shocks are just melting. This time I don't get tagged on that special too. We disable the bob and weave, we get a nice intercept, and while the bob and weave is disabled, you know, he's not going to hit very hard. It's kind of just a normal champ, and yeah, I don't really have to worry about the poisons. Because obviously Nimrod's poison immune. I can keep disabling the prowesses, the regen, all of that stuff. I thought I was gonna get a special 2 there, but just was a hair short. Finish him off though with the special 1, and we get the solo on the first attempt, which is always nice. It wasn't the cleanest, and I got a little lucky that I didn't die, and he didn't have enough cruelties to kill me on that special 2. But Nimrod, he's a tank. So yeah, Nimrod, great option for taking out Toad. Get our completion rewards, and then we're gonna have the Cav EQ offer pop up. Now, I was considering getting this offer, but with the Alliance War seasons in jeopardy, this is kind of a waste. And when I did complete this offer, we have this energy and boost bundle still available. So I didn't pick it up right here on this video, but I did end up picking up 2 of those. So for 600 units, I got 2 sets of 30% boost and health boost and a big attack boost. And they're not in the overflow, and I'll be able to use those for war. So next up, we're gonna go in with Overseer. And Overseer, he's poison immune. He does great damage. Now with a poison immune, and where you cannot get rid of those prowess, you do want to make sure you push Toad to his special 2, because if he gets to 10 prowess and then you get poisoned, you will get passively stunned, and you do not want to get passively stunned, particularly if the bob and weave is down, because if the bob and weave is down, you will get wrecked with a huge crit. And there again, I think I dashed forward on that one instead of dashing back. I don't know why, but I do have the Surfer synergy, and it saved my bacon, but it's, you know, I got a long fight to go. And Overseer, he's great. but with the like kind of the play style that I needed to play, this one got kind of scary. So I'm trying to get intercept. There we go. We get it. We throw off our special one, and unfortunately, I need to get it. If I get into power cosmic mode, then I can get some regen and stuff, so I can take a little bit more blocks and whatnot. But yeah, I do. If you do Dex as well, you don't have to do the intercepts. You can disable that guaranteed critical hits. I could have and should have been able to close this one out, but I felt like he was pretty passive with the specials and everything that he was throwing. And it is kind of nice on the special too, when he throws that spit wad at you, you do Dex it and it will disable the bob and weave, which makes it nice because then you can just get like a parry off. There I just missed a parry, and or it was just enough damage to kill me. So unfortunately I didn't get the solo there. I'm like, that stinks. So we're gonna go and bring in Silver Surfer. So Silver Surfer, he is not poison immune, but you do not need a poison immune champion for Toad. So if you dash back or you dash forward when you have one of these paralytic poisons on you, you can purify it, and then it goes. You have like a timer that disables it for like 2 seconds, and yeah, you can do that. Now, the only thing that you do not want to do is you do not want to bring in a skill champion. If you bring in a skill champion, you will get melted, because every time you purify a poison, even with the dash back or the dash forward, or if your skill champion purifies debuffs, it will turn into a passive poison and you will start to melt, and it will not be good times. But you can see, like, I'm just doing my thing with Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer's got some great passive energy damage with all the buffs that he can build up. And yeah, we're gonna go unblockable here on a special 2. Really nice. Got a bunch of debuffs or buffs on me, so I got a bunch of energy damage, and I was fully unblockable, and I should have just gone in, but I was trying to make sure I got the power gain reset so I could reset all of the buffs active. And with the synergy with the Overseer, you get that nice precision buff instead of just getting it on like a dex crit. It's kind of nice. So here we go. So we dexed. We're waiting for the power cosmic to come up. We throw another unblockable special 2, tons of damage, and now we're fully unblockable. We go in, and I think we're just about going to kill him off. You know, he is up against the wall. When he's up against the wall, he does regen quite a bit, so just keep that in mind. But I think here we're gonna refresh, try to refresh the power gain, and then go in for another big special 2 and finish him off. So yeah, not too shabby. Get the tag team. Definitely could have soloed with either champ. But yeah, if you mess up when the bob and weave is not disabled with those cruelties, you can get wrecked. All right, so next up, all right, so this one I go in with, I think, Cable. I don't think I use Maw yet. I think I go in with Cable on this one, and I have Apocalypse on the team. I think I do make Cable a horseman as well. Now, the one cool thing with Cable that I don't think a lot of people utilize or remember is after 5 poisons, he becomes poison immune. So I think you will see that in this fight. But my main goal here is just do a dex or an intercept, get the bob and weave disabled, and then do a parry heavy. Boom, get a bunch of those degens rolling, and just make sure that I'm doing the parry heavy after I have disabled that bob and weave. You can see it's disabled that gray precision clock timer ticking down. So there we do it, just a simple dex, and it gets rid of it. And we're just gonna keep just parry heavy, pretty simple, easy fight. When that bob and weave is down, even though the cruelties are kind of going up at times, he just totally makes it irrelevant, because he's not really gonna crit through the block. Now, if you don't have the bob and weave disabled and you take a parry and you have those cruelties up, he can crit through the block and he can do some crazy damage. Again, you know, you do want to make sure that generally you want to push him to the special 2 so you don't have to deal with the stuns that he can do. So if you either have 10 poisons on you or he has 10 prowess and then he poisons you, you will get passively stunned, and then you will get actively wrecked. But yeah, we're just kind of slowly doing this thing. So you can see right now I have poison immunity. So the one thing I do need to be careful with is if he does get to 10 prowess now, and I'm pretty certain if I got a poison applied to me, it would passively stun me. So we do finish him off, almost full health. Pretty simple, easy fight with Cable. Cable is a beast with that degen damage, and yeah, get a nice little solo there. Now this next fight, oh man, it's probably the ugliest boss fight I have had in a long time. I actually used a couple of revives, which is fine. I mean, I have revives that they expire and I sell them for my stash. But so first I was gonna go in and try out Ebony Maw. So as you know, anytime a defender guarantee crits on you, he misses and he gets degened. And so I'm just sitting there doing my thing, and I'm like, okay, that was pretty good. But now see, here's the problem is he gets this power gain, and I'm thinking to myself, if I keep doing that and he gets this power gain, and the power gain passive that he's getting is from the power through sickness node, which I think is a bug, because it's supposed to be if you inflict Toad with a debuff, any debuff. Oh no, it's not. It's okay, not a bug. It's the falter. It's the falter that is giving him that power gain. So I didn't take that into account, and I'm like, well, if he's gonna be getting power, I can't just sit here all day and just do nothing. Do have to play some, and I end up going at him. But we end up getting wrecked somewhere here, and we end up dying, which is unfortunate. We never get passively stunned. Generally, I've been able to get him to the special 2 and get him to unload all of his prowess. But yeah, so it was the passive falter, not the passive falter. It was the falter debuff that was giving him the power gain. So he can't cheese through this and just kind of sit there and just degen to death. He should be able to do well though, because if he has the guaranteed crit and he tries to hit you, he is going to miss. But if he hits you on a regular hit, and I can't remember how I end up getting hit, I think I might like run into a heavy or something, or maybe I just miss a parry. Yeah, here, okay, so here is, he's got 10, maybe I get passively stunned and wrecked. So here he's got 10 prowess, oh, and I just miss, or did I get parried? Let's see. No, I was not parried, passively stunned. I didn't get passively stunned. I looked back at the footage. I just got wrecked. And so I was like, okay, well, let's go in with Invisible Woman. She's rank 4. I was thinking I could probably build up a bunch of the invulnerabilities and get off like a big special. But the one problem with that is if you have to play no contact, and you know, generally you can kind of just dance around, bob back and forth, build up the vulnerabilities, and then, you know, get an intercept or whatever. But while you're doing that, if you're not actively fighting and hitting, those cruelties will build up, and then if you get touched once, you're pretty much dead. So yeah, that's really not a great option. So you can see here, I'm trying to just kind of dash, get some of those vulnerabilities built up, the fragiles built up. But you can see as I'm doing that, I'm getting those cruelties built up, and so I kind of saw that and I'm like, I gotta abandon that plan. So I was just trying to play a little bit more normal, but I get wrecked by something there. I get hit by the special two parts. Luckily I was invisible, it didn't kill me. But we do, yeah, I just run into his heavy right there. So I'm like, okay, well I got 2 champs left, so I'm gonna go in with Apoc, see if he can't finish him off. I think I put a few health potions in because he was low health. I pretty much use Apocalypse a ton on the paths for this quest. He was fairly decent. There's probably better options, but I've been having a lot of fun using Apocalypse and Cable and kind of just messing around with them. Yeah, so Apocalypse, he's not poison immune. As long as I get my intercepts or dashes in, disable that bob and weave, and every so often, you know, either dash back or intercept and get rid of those paralytic poisons. Should be good. Try as hard as possible to push this guy to his special 2, and then you really gotta just dex that spit wad that he throws at you, and I did not cleanly do that. I don't know, I'll blame that one on me, but I just totally missed that, and that will kill you. So yeah, this guy will one-shot you either with his crits if you don't disable the bob and weave. If you let him just wreck you like that. I was trying to get an intercept on and he intercepted me. He will just wreck you. So here I'm like, everybody's dead. Like, well, let me try Cable again, because Cable did pretty well on my solo, and that was just an unfortunate miss on trying to get an intercept in. So there we get an intercept, disable the bob and weave, and then here we're just gonna degen him to death. But I do think I get wrecked again somewhere in here. You can counter his special 1 and 2. I just really didn't, I don't know, I was still trying to figure out like his animations, so I didn't punish it there. I probably should have. And here we're doing okay. We're thinking, okay, we're gonna get this, and then I just miss a parry. Now, I have been missing quite a few parries recently since this last update. I know some of them have been on me, but like some of them, like that one, I'm pretty certain I remember that one, like, really, I didn't land that one. So here we're just gonna go back in with Maw, and we're just gonna stand there. And we're just gonna let him degen. And you know, he will get a power gain if it lasted long enough, but he's just gonna keep degenning, and because he's hitting it so fast, some of the damage that he's taking is not all that great. But here we go. Okay, so we do get faltered, but I think my assassins prevented the node, the power through sickness, to prevent him from getting the power gain on that one. And again, he got the debuff, but he didn't get the power gain. So I'm just kind of just sitting here, like, I'll just let him kill himself. But it is pretty slow, and I think it's because he's so aggressive and he's hitting me that some of those degens are not able to get applied. And it's only for 388 a tick. But I get him to like 1%, and then I'm like, alright, I'm going to throw off my special 3. I do get power simply because I have the Invisible Woman synergy that gives me power gain every time he misses. And I think right here we're like, yeah, okay, good enough. his special 3 probably would have killed him a lot sooner, but that's all right. So we ended up using 2 revives there. Kind of painful for me. You know, I'm not the best player, but sometimes I'm just like, that really sucked. But we got him down, no big deal. So next up, let's see, who do we use? Oh, so for this one, I'm gonna use Sunspot. So Sunspot, again, not poison immune, doesn't really matter that much. You can get around it. The one nice thing is even with Bob and Weave up, if Toad has an Incinerate on him from Sunspot, Sunspot will get perfect blocks on the parries, which is super, super nice. So whether or not, and I should have countered that heavy, his animations are kind of a little bit quirky. I know you can also interrupt his heavy. I've done that when I've been going through the uncollected mode. I've been kind of trying out some different things. You can interrupt the heavy, but yeah, so you can see Bob and Weave is not active, or it is active, but with that Incinerate up, perfect parries. So I don't even have to worry about you know, doing a dex or doing an intercept. I can just parry him. Now granted, my parries do need to land, and if they don't, then I won't get that perfect block 0 damage on the stun or on the block. But you can see I don't really have to worry about it. We throw off a big special 2 and we get him lit up, and I just need to get one more special 2 off. So I parry him, I'm sucking in the incinerates. We're almost there, and one more special 2, and I want to get off the special 2 before my incinerates fall off, because I'm at 17, so right here, and then I just miss a parry and I just get wrecked. If I had parried that special 2, he's dead. But yeah, I missed another parry and I'm just like, oh my goodness, did I don't know, maybe it's all in my head, but yeah, you miss a block, a parry, a dex, or whatever on this dude, you're dead. You're pretty much lights out. Most champs will not be able to survive. And then here I'm like, holy crap, I'm missing blocks again, left and right. I'm like, please just let me get to like a special 2 and this Toad should be dead. This is my Warlock. It's only the 5-star Warlock. I do have a rank 3 Warlock awakened. Reason why I didn't have him and bring him into this fight was simply because I think he was in AQ. I use him in AQ. My AQ team is Warlock, Guillotine 2099, and then Dr. Doom. So anyways, the L2 didn't quite do it, but we finished him off there, get the assist. Warlock is solid for that fight. You do want to push him to the special 2, but Sunspot could have easily done it as well. And then next up, who do we use on this one? Oh, this one was a fun one. So I ramped up Sabretooth on the path, and I think I ended up getting 6 persistent charges. So we got him fairly well ramped up with the Furies, and Sabretooth ramped up, he is an unstoppable beast. So we got 17 Furies, we got the Mutant Fury from the synergy from Magneto when you're fighting a mutant, and the bleed damage. Toad is not immune to bleed, and we're just gonna light this dude up. There's first special 1 and he's already down like 30%. I can't convert any more Furies because I'm at my cap. I can only convert at the end of the fight, which isn't going to matter here. But yeah, we're just going to try to keep pushing this guy to the special 2 to consume all his prowess, you know, convert those or purify those poisons with a dash back or an intercept. And yeah, he's melting. We've almost got all those poisons off us. There we go, we got him. So now he's at 9 prowess, but again, the 10 prowess is only going to passively stun you if you are poison immune. So there we go. We get the nice, quick, very quick solo with Sabretooth. That went really well. Damage is insane. I would like to rank 3 this guy, but there's not a lot of content where I'm going to be consistently trying to, or have the ability to ramp him up like you would like. But yeah, so then next up we're going to go in with Immortal Abomination. So he is not poison immune, but he doesn't take poison damage. And he's pretty solid here. Now he does poison Toad, which is going to give him that power gain from the power through sickness node. So you're going to have to be aware of that. But my whole game plan here was to just get to special 3s and then acid burn this guy. Now on the first special 3 I get to, I think I throw it when he has quite a bit more power, and I don't get as much acid burn time as I would like. Dex that. But the nice thing here is, even when he puts the paralytic poisons on me, that just ramps up, his poisons. I don't take damage from it. I can still purify those with a dash. They are grouped together with Abomination's poisons icons, but you can see when I do get them, if I do a dash back or an intercept, it does purify them and take one off. So there I have one. I have 2 of those. Yeah, so there we go. We just dashed back and we purified one. So I think here we're gonna throw off the special 2 or the special 3 after his special 2, and boom, get 12% bonus damage. So now this one we do throw it when he's at like no power, but I think we don't play aggressive enough. But here he's getting acid burned, big damage constantly. But okay, so that was it. So we got about, I don't know, how much was that? 20 something percent? Yeah, it went from 87 to about 68, 69 before he regen back some. So it was close to 20%, but I'm like, 20%, that means, I had done about 15% before that. So I'm getting about 30%, 35% per L3 cycle, which is okay, but with having to build up to an L3 every time, it's not the best. So here we go again. We got to an L3 again. It was pretty quick that we got there. Throw this off. He's gonna come out 63%. But here we do get wrecked a little bit. Gets down to 58%. So he had that special activated, and I would have really liked to have been up in his face, but we end up getting hit, I think, after this next special 3 or before the special 3, I can't remember, and we end up dying. So more Abomination, he's not the best option, just simply because a lot of his damage comes from the poisons, and the acid burn uptime is not all that great. You can't keep it up. And yeah, I think we get off one more special 3 before we get whacked. But yeah, he can do the job. It's just quite a bit slower. And because you're giving him poisons quite frequently, you give him quite a bit of power gain. Give Toad that passive power gain from the power through sickness. So here we go, special 3. I stunned him so I can come out and go into a full combo, and we're wrecking him unblockable. And there we go, down to 33%, and he's going to be healing quite a bit. And when we got him cornered against this wall, he is going to regen quite a bit. That's one of his abilities. Things like paralytic secretion or whatever. When he's up against the wall, he gets that regen. And then, oh yeah, right there. Just miss a dex and I get wrecked. So, didn't get the solo. Unfortunate. Oh well. But then we just start playing pretty terrible. And we end up throwing, I think, the whole team at him. And I think I end up killing him off with Redskull. It gets pretty ugly here. I think I just miss blocks again. I will let this play out. If you wanted to see me die a few times, keep watching, and then I'll see you at the end of this. This is the last attempt for the full exploration. Alright, so we're just about done. It's kind of nice that Redskull has that perfect parry with the armor ups. We heal block him and all that. We get him down. Kind of ugly, messed up with Apocalypse, messed up with Manthing. We didn't have to get King Groot in the action, but we get him down. There's lots of good options you can use for him. Just don't use skill champs, pretty much. We get our rewards. Get some 6 stones. Get some formed tier 2 alpha, tier 5 basic. So we're gonna go open up those 6 stones. See if we can't get. We're trying to get a bunch of tech at this point. Spoiler alert, I hadn't pulled Nimrod, but I'm still trying to get Sigs up on Guillotine 2099 because she's at Sig 180. It would help out my prestige about 50 points or so if I could get the rest. But I pop these. I do get a bunch of tech, but I don't get enough to cover the 20 that I need, and I don't want to get her up to like 195 or something and then pull her as a 6-star and only get the 5/6. So we're waiting on that. I do get Nimrod. I got him yesterday, so I'll probably actually just hold all my my tech Sigs for him, and then we just go and we pop some dailies and we just get some catalysts and whatnot. But that's all we have for this month's EQ. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.